Oh, usually it starts live before we realize it. So hello. Welcome to the live. We are on episode 55 of the kava-sation segment.
Cheer!
Where we drink kava and then we have a...
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Ooh. What are you doing? Don't mind him. So we're on episode 55.
That's my dude. That's my...
And the kava-sation that we're going to have. What are you doing? Ew. Okay, model. Don't make that face. Don't make that face. You're welcome, I guess. I don't know what to say. Okay, let me get to the topic. It's called Happy Days. That's the kava-sation today, okay? We're going to drink some kava. We have a new drink tonight. So, stay tuned.
Man, I'm going to just start busting out some poses.
Is that what you... Oh my...
Let's rate it. Comment. Rate this.
Stank is not here to say that.
We should do that. We should bust out some poses and rate them.
We rate them?
Yeah.
So that's a new intro thing?
No. I'm just saying for a combo. Topic.
Oh.
Rate this pose.
Oh my god.
Damn! All right.
Okay, so...
You know why I'm feeling this way. So we already had a kava shot.
Yeah, because
we're calling
a different mixture.
The sweet pineapple. That's what I'm calling it. It's my own special brew.
Yeah.
And you do not taste the kava at all.
You get all the good vibes.
But you get the feels.
You get the feels. Yeah, and that's why he's acting up right now. I mean, with or without kava, he's acting up, period. So, anyways, before we start, we always start with a good vibe story. So, Pineapple, get your shit together and start sharing some good vibes.
All right, this woman, this story comes from Melbourne, Australia. From the down under.
Oh, that's horrible accent.
He always wanted kids. So I thought, we'll roll the dice and see what happens. I honestly didn't think I'd get pregnant. They say it's harder when you get older, but here we are. I'm not confident that I'm going to be a good mom. I think of maternal women as women who've always wanted kids. I've known those people and watched those people, and I've always thought, I'm not like you. I'm afraid I'll resent the change. Everything stops for the kid, no matter what you're doing.
Right.
I see my friends struggling to have a simple conversation because their kids keep interrupting or touching things or running around. That will be new, but I'm trying to focus on the good parts. I'm excited to teach it things, and hopefully I'll be changed for the better. But what if there's not a bond? You need that connection to stave off the resentment. And if it's not there, how do you fix that? I've got one friend who doesn't feel it very much. She's not patient with all the interruptions. She cuts her kids off and sends them away. She told me, if I'd known what was coming, I'd never have done it. I love it.
Okay.
I love it. And you're probably thinking to yourselves, Pineapple, again. There's a phone right here. And it's going to drop.
Oh, whoop. I just want to reread it for myself. I think I missed a part.
Pineapple, how is this a good vibe story? Pineapple, why is this a good vibe story? Number one, it takes us away from us.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're hearing the story, you're not thinking about you. You may be thinking about, how you are with kids. And that's what's perfect. But at the same time, you get the perspective of another individual. That's what I believe helps us grow our perspective. And that is the good vibes. Takeaways, Quinn. Takeaways.
Oh. My takeaway from that is it's very true. I mean, I look around and people who have kids, I mean, they're just stressed out all the time.
Can you give us an example?
How would I say it? Majority of their days, they're prepping things for the kid. The kid has school, got to wake up early. The kid has soccer practice. The kid has, joining all these teams, all these things,
Mm-hmm.
And you're just burnt out.
Yeah.
You're burnt out. And, and then you get the stressors of having a kid when they get older, or there's tiff between the parent and the kid and just so many gaps. So it just gets stressful and stressful and stressful. And like what she was describing there, what if there's no bond?
Yeah, no connection, right?
No connection. So what do you do from there? So it's you're embarking on a roller coaster. And I wish that, this is going to be unpopular opinion. I believe that there is a certain way that you can prepare for having a child. People say you can never be ready. I feel like there is huge components that you can get ready for a child.
Yeah.
That's my unpopular opinion.
I like it. No, I agree with you.
Yeah. And
I agree with you.
And I just wish we question ourselves a little bit more. Why do I want to have a kid? Where is this reason coming from? Do you know everything that comes with having a child? I just wish there was more support around getting ready to be a parent.
Gotcha.
That's what comes up for me. But it's good vibes because you get some perspectives of someone who actually didn't really care for having a child, sounds like, but because her husband wanted a child, she's like, sure, let's give it a whirl.
Yeah, I want to be Nick Cannon.
What? What?
Have 12 kids.
You're tripping. Get out of here.
With six partners.
Oh my God.
Quite great.
Get out of here right now.
He's setting the example. Setting the bar.
There's all kinds of lifestyles. You pick which one suits you best.
Exactly.
That's all I'm going to say.
I like it. Tell me what you think of my peppermint.
Too sweet.
What?
Oh my God. I'm making my own mixture. We're doing this already?
Is great.
Are you sharing another story?
Yes. Here goes an
you gave me one already. I'm going to wait till we actually drink.
Here's your cup.
Yeah, but then you gave me honey in here.
Yeah, you could use this to scoop it out.
Okay.
This comes from a gentleman from Paris, France.
Paris, France.
One day, she told me she was getting a lawyer.
Oh.
I tried to play catch up, but it was too late. Apparently, I wasn't enough of a leader in the relationship. We'd fallen into too much of a routine, or at least that's what I was told. I've been alone for 13 years now. The hardest part for me was losing the sense of family. My youngest daughter barely speaks to me anymore. I've seen her maybe 15 times since the divorce. I have a fun 5-month-old granddaughter that I haven't even met. I don't understand it. I wasn't that bad. I didn't openly argue with their mother. I never had an affair. I was present. I was affectionate. Maybe I was a little strict. But she was a tough teenager. We were afraid for her. She was only 15 and going to nightclubs.
Yeah.
There was a lot of screaming back then. You're an asshole. You're not my father. Things like that. And maybe her mind is still locked in that time. Now we speak maybe once a year. Whenever I ask her about it, she feels attacked. It's awkward. There's no familiarity anymore. And it's not getting any better. Time is working against us because I feel like I'm losing the feeling of being a dad, of loving, of caring. Obviously, that's not true, or I wouldn't be talking about it. But everything fades eventually. And at least when someone dies, you can mourn. It's so much harder when someone just disappears. Sounds like people in relationships, because that's what that is. Thoughts?
I got 2 words.
What is it?
Family therapy. We got some healing to do, people. And again, I wish there was more support, accessible support out there for people who decide to be parents or people who end up being parents, and how to heal between family members. It's another story about, a parent and a child.
Yeah.
It's sad when he's talking about, I feel like I'm losing being a dad. Because it's like he's not even in his daughter's life, or vice versa. His daughter's not even in his life, right?
Yeah.
So, and there might be some things that he's unaware of, because he mentioned it wasn't that bad, but obviously, if it wasn't, why is there so much distance? There has to be something that is blocking. And
I'll piggyback off that.
Yeah,
I'll piggyback off that.
Go ahead.
I don't tell many people, but when you're a parent, I can imagine, and I see from others that I know, when you're a parent and looking at my mom and my father, I often think to myself, how do you know if you did it right?
I know what you're going to say.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, when you take a test or when you're at work, you get feedback, right? If you're doing it correctly. You get feedback if you're doing a good job, right? Tests, you pass it, you're doing a good job. When it comes to kids, and I believe this to be true with many relationships between kids and their parents, when there's too much friction, perhaps that's a cause for concern. Because when it comes down to it, this is just my opinion on what up, Scout?
Yes, comment. Hi, Scout.
What up? How do you know if you're doing it right with your kids? You know how?
Yes.
You have a good relationship with them when they grow up.
They still want to be around.
They still want to be around.
They still want to see you.
That's how you know, just my opinion, if you did it right.
Unpopular opinion? Popular opinion?
Not sure. Not sure.
Not
but
sure.
Hey, that would be the way. So just relating it to this story, perhaps he did it wrong. Perhaps he had blind spots.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
so
I wish there was more support around for accessible support for parents.
See, I'll give you this example. Like people are mentioning, there's more support. This is America.
Mm-hmm.
America has everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, and how
everything.
come?
If you want more support, this is just the Pineapple's suggestion. Stop working so damn much. There it goes. And take time to heal. Take time or allocate time to.
Yeah. What if they got to make the monies? But see, there's a survival mode, right?
Yeah.
And then from there, growing to a place where you can now thrive and actually have some options of how you want to allocate your time. Yes, we need to make money. And what else? What else is important? So sometimes it's tough. And when I say accessible, I just mean like, it's like when you go to the doctors, right? Doctors will tell you certain things, suggest certain things.
I don't go to the doctor, but yeah.
But I'm just saying that, like, there's not the exposure of, hey, by the way, there's classes that, like, everybody knows about college. Okay, that's available. People know about college, but they don't know about parent school. I'm just giving an example. I wish people knew, or there was something like parent school that was just as known as, oh, you go to the doctor for help. You go to your therapist for help. Oh, you go to the store to get some apples. It's like, oh yeah, parent school. Yeah, I went, it's like that is so, what the fuck? There's parents everywhere. It's like, there's fucking kids everywhere.
But there could be a lot of poor advice.
There's, I mean, so
because who's actually doing it right? See, that's the question. Yes. Who's actually parenting right?
Well, that's where
I like to suggest there's no right way. There's no right way on how to parent. There's no right way because if there was, people would actually be happy. Kids would actually love to hang around their parents. Kids would not look at their phone and be like,
don't want to talk to my dad.
Don't want to talk to
them. Don't want to talk to my mom.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just because we raise kids, just because you raise them, doesn't mean you own them. That's what it comes down to. Parents, perhaps look at their kids as their property. Because you wiped their ass, because you paid for, to raise them, and you did all what you need, you allocated and put so much energy into raising them up, you feel like you own them. Perhaps maybe that's one of the issues.
Yeah, and then
you don't have relationships with things you own.
And that's like control. Anything that they step outside of what you expect them to be, because you raise them to be a certain way, right? It's like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
There's a reaction, not a response, a reaction to that. And that causes the fights, that causes the issues, that causes the pain, because now the child does not feel like they're enough.
I don't know. But anyways, what time is it, Quinn?
It is
kava time! Hey! Kava time! Hey!
All right, we heard you. All right, so what are we doing for kava today?
So, you can explain it.
Well, we have a new tea today.
Yes.
Shipped from thousands. Apparently it came from Ohio. But anyways, we have peppermint tea. So
it didn't come from Ohio. It was packed.
Oh, packed to Ohio.
But it comes from Serbia.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so it came from Serbia, packed in Ohio. But we have some loose leaf peppermint tea. And, he took most of it already. So I'm just going to pour some, which is a little bit of honey. So I'm going to just make my tea drink. So, when you get your kava shots, make your drink however you see fit. However you make your tea, however you make your coffee, right? And you pour the shot into your drink and you sip on it, you drink it, and enjoy the vibes.
Okay. I'm going to share with you something my cousin was just telling me. We just had this shot.
Let me try my peppermint.
Right? Brewed up the kava. The kava. And then I infused honey into the kava.
Yeah.
Right? Infused it. So I put it in this. Here goes the...
Yes, this is his... It's very... He made his own...
Do you see the color? Still looks like kava. Smells a little like kava. But it's infused with honey.
Yes.
So my cousin, Quinn, and we took this shot.
And it was really good. It was just a little sweet for us. But as far as drinking it with honey, it's great. You don't even taste the kava. But you're getting all the mighty... vibes from it.
So my cousin's a programmer, and he does stuff with the government of Tonga, right? My cousin's visiting from Tonga, and he's staying with me. And because he's a keyboard warrior, he's always type, because he deals with people in the government. He was mentioning that he had back pain, like it was bothering him. He took one of these shots right here that I just took, and he says he started to feel relief. He was feeling relief, and it was going away. Isn't that something?
That's amazing.
Isn't that something? I looked at him and I said, you know what we got? We got the magic. We got the magic. We got what people need, but it's okay. I don't want to give it to anybody.
Stop.
I'm be selfish.
Be quiet.
Let me just feel good. Let me just feel good and pump out these bids. Right?
Okay. All right, Pineapple
I'm
Show.
starting to feel too good.
Yeah, because you just had 2 shots within like 20 minutes.
Within the hour.
Within the hour.
Within the hour. Ooh, there it goes.
This peppermint tea is so
strong.
Nice.
It is.
Like you feel the peppermint tea is going all the way to my ears.
Maybe it's because you've had kava too.
I don't know, but this is just straight up. Peppermint is a they put it in essential oils and stuff. It's just very, it's freaking peppermint. It's very soothing. It's minty. It spreads.
Yes, it does.
Oh,
woo!
It's great.
Woo!
Yeah. I already took my shot of that honey thing that he was talking about, so I'm not taking. That's all.
That's time to refrigerate. I'm about to drink this again tomorrow. This is the secret sauce. This right here is the secret brew. The secret brew. This is what you call.
We didn't sing kava-sation time.
This is what you call the reserve. The reserve.
Just kidding. Kava-sation time is coming up next. I totally got it mixed up with drinking kava. I was like, we didn't sing it.
Woo,
now we can sing it.
I want to bottle that mother.
Yeah.
Ooh, baby.
Well, exciting news. We are hosting our first ever kava tasting party.
Yes.
Officially booked in first week of January.
Okay. Yeah.
Comment. Yeah. So, very exciting. I just see us like, oh wow.
So what is our lineup going to look like?
Providing this experience. Well, that's our first lineup right now.
Yeah. So we have
and we have another person. I'm waiting for the response because they were down to do a kava tasting party as well. But we need to promote that. Like, hey, by the way, if you would like a tasting, like a private tasting event for you and your friends and family, let us know.
Yeah, you can go because I ain't.
All right. We're all about the good times.
Yeah,
the good vibes.
Yeah, you're right.
But this could be done in a very intimate way, right? It's almost like a very classy, like what I'm saying? See? Classy event. Like how wine, people taste wine, but it's with kava, with our specific ratios of kava in these different mixes. Because we got the chai mix, now we have the peppermint mix. We have the honey mix.
No, the sweet pineapple.
Okay, sweet pineapple. We have the coffee mix that we've done and the matcha. That's 5.
And we got straight.
And then the straight.
We got the straight fire.
Thank you, Pineapple, for your just over the moon expressions here. Do you know what time it is?
Yes,
it's about that time.
Yes, I do. Kava-sation time. Come out.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Who are you right now? Is this the silliest you've seen him?
No.
You are just nonstop up there since we hit the like button. This persona just like came over you.
Oh, no.
And it has not turned off.
No.
You're like a character. What character are you in right now? You're like Bruce Lee?
If I had a jacket and it was perked up and I had hair.
Johnny Cash or something?
It would
Elvis?
Be, yes.
That is such a bad impression. I was like, hey, Bruce Lee?
Hey.
I was like, you're trying to do some karate moves or something.
Hey. Leave me alone. Let me be.
It's hard to do that one.
Let me be.
That way. Okay, so happy days.
Happy day.
What were your thoughts about this topic?
So today I was driving and I was reflecting. I was thinking to myself, really gets him. Let me rephrase. What does a happy day look like to you, Quinn?
No stress, just kidding.
Yeah.
It looks like exercising in the morning, waking up to some movement, waking up feeling great, getting into something that makes you feel great. So it encompasses of that. Doing what I feel is fulfilling. Like for me, it's like creating content and expressing like my creative ways of expressing myself and spending quality time with people who I love.
There you go.
Yeah, and like growing a relationship. Like that makes me very happy.
It's quite a list.
It's 3.
It's quite a list.
It's 3.
It's quite a list.
I mentioned 3 things. Feeling great in the morning. Doing what's fulfilling to me. Seeing people I love and care about.
Gotcha.
Those 3 right there.
And boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. When I think of happy, it flows. It's in the moments, right? But then a lot of it has to do with being mindful and having a huge open perspective.
Yes.
Huge open perspective.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what that is? It's being free.
Yes.
Being free. I went cycling with a old high school coach of mine. And we ride once a week. And at the end of the ride, I had mentioned to him because he's going to Tenerife. He's going to Tenerife in February.
Where's that? Tenerife?
It's an island off of Spain.
Oh.
It's one of the main cycling destinations for pro cyclists. The weather is amazing.
Wow.
And the mountains, the mountain ranges there is fucking phenomenal.
It sounds.
And so he's going there. Corpus Christi in March. June he's going to Portugal.
He's going.
He's retired now. And I mentioned to him, when people have their idea of traveling, right? And people, have their vacations 2 weeks, 2 times a year.
Yeah.
Right?
Or once.
But being away and getting away is a luxury.
Yes.
And I mentioned to him when I process and I, ponder about traveling. Traveling for me is leaving for 5 years. Like when I go,
you going.
I'm going.
You are touring.
I will be 3 months in this country, 2 weeks a year, few days there, but constantly
discovering and going and moving it along.
Exactly. So that's what I mentioned to him. And it may be closer than I think. I don't know. But that is traveling. You see?
Okay, so what? Yeah, so happy days to you is feeling free.
It's being free.
Being free.
Two things. And it's what I've been working on and growing more from. Not allowing fear to dictate the decision making, and not getting angry.
Yes, fear and anger.
I'll give you an example.
Right there, control a lot of people.
I'll give you an example. Today, right? I was just pulling up to the house, and before that, my mom had called me on my phone while I was driving, and she goes, "I'm lost. I'm lost. Here's the address. Here's the address, and tell me where to go."
I can hear her like panic.
I'm like, "Mom, I'm driving right now. Text me the address." She goes, Okay. I'll text you." Maybe almost 10 minutes later, I'm thinking to myself, this woman didn't text me yet. I'm pulling into the driveway. I get the text. I push the thing, and it shows where her work is at. Right? It's in Wilton. It's about 25 minutes from where we stay. I call her, and she sounds frantic. I go, "Mom, where are you at?" She goes, "I sent you the address. Tell me where to go." And I go, "Mom, did you go towards the freeway?" She goes, "Yes. I went to the freeway, and there was an accident, and it told me to turn around. I put the address, and it doesn't." Or she goes, "I put the GPS, and it tells me to go in circles. Tell me where to go."
my God.
Could you imagine your wife, your kids, a coworker, a relative, whoever, speaking to you and yelling, right? How are you going to feel? How are you going to react, right?
It really depends on how you feeling prior.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because if something happened to you too and you irritated and someone's yelling at you, you know what you're going to say to them? Can you stop yelling at me? Calm down.
And people raise their voice.
Yeah, and then now they're like, oh, don't talk to me that way. Tell me. You know, like, yeah.
Exactly.
It's a war now.
Exactly.
Both sides are angry.
And so I felt it.
Personal.
I
felt it, huh? You're like,
I felt something brewing.
Yeah, we all feel that. We human.
I felt something brewing. And then I started chuckling. I started every time now that I feel it coming. It'll come from here, or it feels like it comes from behind me, and it goes whoosh. And then you motherfucker, watch out.
Yeah. Oh, that. Ew.
What? What?
You morph your face into this completely different person.
But that's what
I look at the screen, just like, oh my God, who is
like watch out, because that's how it just consumes people, right? But it came from the back, and I started laughing because it tickled. It tickled,
huh?
And so I like took a quick breath. I go, Mom, are you on this road, Dillard? She goes, yes, I'm on Dilla. Look, she's been here for 40 years.
Oh my God.
And she still has fobbish English, right? And I go, okay, you're going to go past this way, and you're going to go all the way until you turn left. She's supposed to turn left on Wilton. Out of nowhere, she starts screaming.
Oh my God.
She goes, Mother F this! Ah! She goes, you're telling me to go in a wrong way. I cannot go left. Wilton, it's no Wilton. No.
Oh my God.
I go, and that's where I feel it again. I feel like,
yeah, because
I'm like,
she is losing it. She is losing it.
I'm looking at the
map, yeah.
The you know, like what she sent me, and I could see the road, and I tell myself, if she made a left, you can make a left. There's no one way. She goes, it's one way. All the cars, they honking at me. I'm in the way.
Oh shit.
And I go, Mom, do you see the gas station? That's no gas station. That's no gas station. I'm like, do you see the store? She goes, no, I'm in the road. Everybody honking. I'm just like, Mom.
No. She's high stress.
She's high stress. She goes, this fucking job, these fucking people, this. She goes, she's flipping out. And I just think to myself, Mom, just pull over.
Yeah,
Mom, please, just pull over.
Oh my God, please.
She goes, I can't pull over. I'm in the middle of the road. It was one way. Why do you tell me to go left? I can't go left. I go, Mom, please, just figure a way and then pull over.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm listening to you.
She eventually pulls over, and I go, Mom, you're on Dillard. Just keep going straight. And then when you get to the gas station, let me know. Before she did this whole little crazy thing, I go, Mom, you're going to pass Kasumnes. You're going to pass
the other street.
The other street. And then you're going to hit Wilton. She's driving. She goes, oh, I see Kasumnes.
Her relief.
I'm like, she told me she made a left on Wilton, which is way further than Kasumnes. So obviously I'm laughing to myself. I go, oh yeah, you know, she's
She's not thinking straight.
Yeah, she's not. She's irrational. Right. She's emotional. And I'm feeling so damn proud of myself.
Of staying fucking calm.
Of being calm, not raising my voice.
Oh, it could have been.
Not losing my cool. Because that has been the goal.
Yes.
I have noticed this in many facets of my life. I either am very, very stern and very curt and very straight to the point and then move on, or I laugh and I just flow with it. And so she gets the kasunas, she makes the laugh. I go, oh, did you see his kasunas, Mom? She goes, yes. I was like, all right, you're just going to keep going straight. And then you're going to make a right on Grant Line. She goes, and then you're going to see the chevron. Before you get to Grant Line, you're going to see the chevron. She goes, oh, I see the gas station. I see the chevron. Oh, here goes Grant Line. Left, right. I go, Mom, you can go left or right, make a right. She goes, okay. There's a lot of cars here. And I go, Mom, it's because all the cars have needed to do the same thing you did. They needed to turn around and then find another route. Those cars are probably going to go left because that's the direction of the freeway. You're going to go right. She goes, okay. She goes, I'm at the stop sign. I make a right on Grant Line. So she starts going on Grant Line. I tell her, or I mention to her, the different roads. Please let me know when you're passing this, because you're going to make a left on Calvine. She goes, oh, I see it. Coming up here. Okay, I see this one. I see, okay. Oh, I see Calvine. Oh, I recognize where I am.
I see.
She goes, I recognize. I go, Mom, Calvine, you're going to make this left, and you're going to take it all the way down until you get to Freeport. She goes, okay, I know where I'm at now. I'm like, all right, Mom. Bye. Are you okay? She goes, yes, son. Yeah. She goes,
like,
yes.
Off and on.
Yeah.
Oh my God, like a switch just like turned
she goes,
off.
yes, son. Thank you.
Thank you for putting up with me.
No, she don't say that.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so,
that was the test right there.
I mentioned to her, all right, Mom, if you need anything, give me a call. This woman, because I give her that leash, I give her that leeway, she calls me literally too many times in a day. And if you ever have someone calling you, you start to feel a certain way.
Yeah. Especially when you're flowing, you're doing your thing. Maybe you're about to do something. It's like, ring.
You remember what I mentioned? How do you know if you're doing it right? You look at the phone and you see that, I'm not picking that. So maybe she's not doing it right that day.
But overall, you still want to be around her.
Yeah.
Yes. So she did something right.
No, I did something right.
Oh, okay.
So what was the whole point of that?
Happy day. Oh
yes.
My God. You're proving your point of not letting fear influence your decisions and not to be angry.
Yes.
So your long answer, but great answer, because we love stories, especially if they're real.
Absolutely.
Especially if they're from you, your personal story.
Absolutely.
That was hilarious.
So that made me feel really, really good.
Oh my God, your mom.
I've mentioned to my brothers, and I've mentioned to a couple others, my mom has been one of my greatest teachers. If you're able to figure a way for you to get along or be able to converse, have discussions, or be able to talk and have a two-way conversation, not one way, but a two-way conversation with your parents and siblings, the rest of it is hella easy. Because no one, it seems like in my experience, is tougher than our family.
Yep.
So, no one. So, any last words, Quinn? Anything you'd like to share on your happy days?
there are opportunities for you after the survival mode. There's always, what am I trying to say? The goal is to get past the survival mode. Right?
Absolutely.
Survival mode, and then see people, that's what people say, survive and thrive. Get into that area where you have the opportunity to thrive now from being consistent or like building a strong foundation for the survival.
Yeah, it's fucking tough as hell.
Yes, and so that's always the first thing that needs to be taken care of.
Maybe perhaps it's survive, maintain,
yes,
thrive.
Yes. Survive, maintain, thrive. Absolutely.
Because it's a tough transition. You just fucking.
I mean, yeah.
You just did all your life just to get out of the survival stage. And it takes years. Who knows? For others, it may take shorter. And if you're able to do shorter, kudos, queens, kings to you. But normally, if you're going to get out of survival mode, maintain and, get some cruise control for a while. Enjoy it for a bit before you begin to thrive. Because that, I don't know. I haven't got there yet. So,
okay.
So, I'm still maintaining, sort of.
I was gonna say, so, like, yeah, it looks like it.
yeah. I was unable to maintain this right here. So, that's why I kind of look up. So you don't know.
Okay. Or you get so theatrical that
if I
people
look
don't
down,
pay attention to that.
If I look down, you see the long forehead.
Oh, look at that shine.
Ooh, dang, it really goes up that high?
Wow. Yeah.
I see. I don't look. I really don't know.
It's in the middle of your head.
I don't know.
Right here.
This is one of the few. Actually, this is the only time that I've seen. Oh, actually, the second time today that I've seen myself. Right. And I'll give you the explanation. When I brush my teeth and I'm getting ready in the morning or whatever it is, I don't look at the mirror. I don't. When I'm going through my day, I purposely.
What are you looking at then?
I don't look at anything.
You just look at the sink?
No, I walk around. You ever know? Like,
yeah.
Whenever we've traveled or something, I never stay in the bathroom. I'm always moving. So I took a piss. Right. And before I took a piss and went to the bathroom, I was eating, what is it? A sandwich. But it was two slices of bread, cottage cheese, and avocado.
Oh, yeah.
And I smushed it.
That's your new combo.
Yeah.
So good, right?
So you see that?
Okay. Thank you.
See that?
Yes. You are so awesome.
So I want you to see that. Because when I went to take a piss, and then I didn't wash my hands.
Oh my God.
Right? I looked and I seen the mirror and I started instantly laughing. You know why?
Why?
Because if I didn't look, you know what I was going to do?
Not wash your hands?
No, I was going to walk around with hella fucking crumbs. Hella fucking crumbs around my mouth. And I wouldn't know.
Yeah, you didn't even know. You didn't know. Yeah.
That's why I started laughing.
Gotcha.
And I got this on Sunday, right? I was up in Folsom, and, second mom, she was like, Pila, I seen you come in, and we're sitting here now, and it's been almost 15 minutes, and I thought you would do something. And I go, what do you mean? She goes, you got something on the side of your mouth. I go, what do you mean? She goes, you got something on the side of your mouth. I thought you were going to clean your mouth. I was like, no, sometimes I like to just leave stuff right there so I can lick it. And she just, I look at her face and she goes, this person, he is just so, yeah. If you ever meet, I'm just all over the place. But in a silly way.
Yes, you're just nonstop silly goofiness, and there's like this fucking.
Yeah, like who is this? The reason why you've never seen anything like this is because. Never mind. Any last thoughts, Miss Quinn?
You were about to say something.
Any last thoughts?
No, those are my last thoughts. Yeah, like survive, maintain, thrive.
All right, I love it.
Yes.
And I'm gonna leave you with these two things. I'm gonna leave you with these two things.
Wherever you go.
I wish you enough.
Yes,
I wish you enough. And I wish you enough. We're coming to the last week week of this year, and wherever you're at, hopefully you're warm. Hopefully you're full. Hopefully you have enough of what you need. Because when you have enough, you can feel at ease. You can feel appreciation and gratitude, and you can feel a little bit of that freedom, that space. So I wish you enough. I wish you enough. And then with this blessing that just hits me every time. It comes from this woman who is from Jerusalem. She was with her family in Poland in World War II. She survived. She left Poland to go to Jerusalem. Her family was to follow. Her mother, her brothers, sister, and they didn't make it. So in her story, she ends with this blessing that is translated from Hebrew. And it says, wherever you go, may people always recognize that you have a beautiful heart. Fuck, I feel that. Woo!
Whoa. It's okay to feel. Yes?
I'm just blinking so I can not have the tears. So yeah.
So beautiful.
It's quite something if people are able to feel who you are without even knowing you. And most people, I could imagine, be like, how could that happen? How could that even work? And for those who ask that, it would be very, very difficult, and you're so far behind, fortunately, because we maybe have allowed this world to get too ingrained in us, and we lose parts of ourselves. So, arrivederci, ciao, bella.
Good night, Scout.
Good night,
good
night, Scout. Good morning.
To you.
Always good to see you. Happy.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Free drinks. And when it comes to the steak, here goes one. How I know that I'm doing it right with my wonderful niece is that she runs around. She plays peekaboo with me. She does her best to run me over with her butt. She does push-ups to show me how strong she is. She
wants you around.
She's wonderful. And I mention to her often, stay magical. always love. Stay magical.
Bye. See you next time. Good night.